Once again, good afternoon and welcome to our final session of the conference. Having a good time? Are we doing all right? Huh? Food's good, workshops are good. Speakers other than the one that keeps coming back all the time has been good. All right. Well, hope you're having a great time. It's been a great day, and we thank the support staff for making it possible, re-energizing us as we go back to our clubs. Hopefully that's the main thing that comes out of this. So, first things, we have a couple of things to do in this session, including hearing from one of our special guests and basically beginning to look ahead to next year. So you met him yesterday, RI's President's Representative Roy Chowdhury. Just a reminder, he served as Rotary Public Image Coordinator, Assistant Rotary Coordinator, Assistant Rotary Foundation Coordinator, and a member of the Rotary Foundation's cadre of technical advisors, active in the Bengal National Chamber of Commerce, the Federation of Small and Medium Industry, the Calcutta Chamber of Commerce. He has been a busy guy. Please help me welcome back Director Roy Chowdhury to offer a few words of farewell.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you, my friends. This is the third time I'm coming in front of you in this lectern. But I can assure you this is the last time. I still can recall the longest period of time in staying in the soil of the United States. I came on 4th of April, stayed till 12th of April in Evanston, our world headquarters, for AK's weekend, followed by our board of directors meeting, and then our president-elect Stephanie's board's retreat, another 2 days, brainstorming session for the next year. And then after that, 4 days somewhere, and then I came to Green Bay on 17th, right? It's a long time, almost 3 weeks I'm here. My friends, I can tell you for sure, the second time I'm coming here in US as President Rep, second time. The first time I came in 2011 and 12. Well, at that time the President was Kalyan Banerjee from India. And he has given me this assignment to represent him in the northern part of US, the Maine. And that's another unique experience I had, because 50% of that district pertaining to Canada and 50% to US. So they are another great experience for us. Well, having here seen all of you for 3 days, and the TriCon, a great experience for me. And the takeaways from this TriCon is, this is the best model. When the boardroom, when we discuss about this, whether the district conference is relevant today or not, the TriCon is the answer for that. Because of the fact that, yes, of course. Because of the fact that around the world, now district conferences, you don't get more than 150 to 200 people. The delegates, they come. Doesn't viable financially, resource-wise, time-wise. And the board members of Rotary International, they think, is it not a must? It is an optional. At the same time, they said that RI rep, this is not a must, an optional. Governor can ask for the Rotary International President rep, then only this rep will be provided to them. So a lot of thought process is going on. Even Rotary Institute also. They're thinking that Rotary Institute should be a regional kind of a thing. I fully appreciate that. Because the world has changed and we need to change ourselves. So friends, having come here and seeing almost 400 delegates present here. I was asking, where's the Dane? Where she is? Yeah, Dane, yeah. She has been my friend, philosopher, and guide as far as this trip is concerned, along with Julia, Governor Julia. And I was inquiring how many delegates it would be. There were around 400 delegates. So I said, fine. So 400 delegates justifies that. But the point is, having gone through each and every time and gone and seen all the rooms, kind of breakout sessions you're all having, the topics you have selected, very relevant, I can tell you. And it is, again, very service-centric. And it's all important. And I've seen all the delegates have come here, attended various breakout sessions of their choice, and very intensely, they have gone through the entire process or entire session. That demonstrates the fact that you believe certain ethos of our organization. That's service. That's the core of our organization. And the service we do collectively. It is not possible for me to do something because I don't know whom to serve and how to serve. But collectively, we can do this service projects in a different level in different countries. And that's what you all have been doing, and I'm very impressed about this. But friends, you all should appreciate that our world has changed for the last 30 years. 1980s world and 2020s world is totally a changed world. And it has further changed with the COVID. And I'm surprised to know that most of the clubs, you're meeting 4 times in a month, which is not happening everywhere in the world, I'm telling you. Most of the post-COVID, I've seen the clubs are meeting, 2 meetings online maybe, or 1 meeting, one physical meeting, 2 online meetings. But I'm surprised to know that most of the clubs are meeting 4 times in a month. It is something I can tell you, fascinating, wonderful experience I have. I must, salute to each one of you, and I'll just applaud for this kind of a system still you are holding to have the camaraderie and friendship. And yesterday night when I gone and seen it, each of this, hospitality suite, that's a great experience I had, great experience. I was just gone and seen. I wanted to take my wife, and she was very tired. She said, I'll not go. I said, let me go and venture it out. And I've seen a wonderful, when I came with a cap, with a garland, I said, who the hell is, I was wondering, somebody else is coming in. That's one of the fascinating experience I had. Friends, I had a presentation, but I don't have this, I will not go into the presentation. We don't have much time in between. But few things I would like to here mention about this. That Rotary International has now realized we need to change now. And change is the only constant factor in everybody's human life and every aspect of this world. We have challenges. We have 6 challenges. First, decline of membership. Second is continuity of leadership. It's a challenge. Third is regionalization. We have been talking about regionalization. It's not happening. Regionalization is not happening. Fourth, for 29 years or 39 years, we are working on a single corporate project that is polio. And in 1994, polio is fully eradicated from this hemisphere, which I'm talking about US. Yet, you all Rotarians are supporting the cause of polio because it's somewhere in the very far-flung areas, still the virus is there. I salute to all of you by supporting financially, emotionally, the cause of polio for so many years. And you don't have any such kind of a project for hands-on service opportunity, yet you're holding this fort. This is a time now you have to find out what should be our next corporate project, and that will spike up our membership once again. We are at the threshold of a new horizon, which means we are at the cusp of that moment. We have only 4 cases identified in the year of 2020-24, the polio cases. 2 in Pakistan, 2 in Afghanistan. In all probability, we'll be able to complete the process by December, arresting further polio cases, because we have been able to identify the endemic areas in the far-flung areas and terrains of Balochistan, where it was not possible for us for geopolitical reasons. Now our caregivers been able to go there with the support of the local militants and the government of Pakistan, so that they can give it, the children can take 2 drops of vaccine. So we are confident that it is now under fully control. And once it is completed, there will be a huge spike in our membership. I'm telling you, a huge spike of membership. So the decline of membership is the only answer to these issues or challenges if we can come out with this polio eradication program as fast as possible. Regionalization is already started taking place. This is already 2 pilots is in process in Australia and New Zealand. And second pilot is started in Great Britain and Ireland, GB and Australia and New Zealand. And now we are the data which are coming in, we are putting this data to start a regional adaptability in a regional basis. This is another step we are going ahead. The third step is, from this last year, and which will start from 1st of July, that you will have a plan lead coordinators. Another layer of regional coordinators are coming in, which you have a membership coordinator, you have a foundation coordinator, you have a End Polio Now coordinator, and public image coordinator. So another layer of coordinator is coming, the plan lead coordinators on the 4 verticals, and their work will be to monitor the multi-year goals on these 4 verticals or domains to ensure that we meet with the goals. So this is one. And second one, the Stephanie, she wanted to have action plan champions. This action plan champions, another regional coordinators rank, they will put the action plan which we have been talking for the last 4 years, they'll put this action plan in place in the district and the club level. We have to appreciate that Rotary lives in club, not in district, not in regional level, not in Evanston. So we have to put this action plan in at the level of our club, that only then we'll be able to come out with these challenges. Friends, I find we have a great time ahead. It is not 1.4 million, I can foresee that, but new varieties of clubs are coming, a new concept which are coming in. A time will come when we can have a 2.4 million members. It's not very far off. Maybe 5 years or 7 years down the line, once we complete the polio eradication program. Secondly, this year, the trustees of Rotary Foundation has pegged a goal of $500 million, $500 million, which is very, very, what should I say, one of the lowest one for an organization having a foundation for 114 years. we, the organization, the foundation, are the best managed foundation. Any university in US today, from their alumni, every year they raise fund more than us. And having served around the 200 countries, and we are serving one virus around the world, with, of course, with the collaborations of our other NGOs. And for 39 years, we are, striving for that. Spent $4 billion. As one of the best example of collaborations. And today is the day of collaborations for all of us. We cannot do anything alone. We have to collaborate. Like TriCon is a collaboration of 3 districts. Similarly, everywhere in the sphere of a service project, we have to collaborate ourselves. And that is our way forward. Friends, I would like to extend my heartfelt greetings on behalf of my wife, Shipra, to conference chair, Jason Barron. Where's Jason? Thank you so much, Jason. I would like to thank, where's Jason? I would like to thank the council chair, Dean McHugh. Where's Dean? Dean. I've gone to the Dean's office, he was so busy. I said, no, let me not disturb you. Yeah. Just to say thank you very much. The way organizing as a council, such a structure you have, very strong structure you have. And carry on with this structure. I can tell you that is the way forward. That is the way forward. And of course, we have a chair track, this is Jeff Reed, where you are. He is the man Friday for me. Every time when I go, say, Jeff, at what time I should come? He said, you come and report me first. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. And of course, Tom. Wonderful. Tom, you have been a great, I can tell you, if this conference is successful, because of the way you have anchored the entire program today and yesterday, and right from day one, you have just, done a great job, Tom. I would like to thank Danes, thank you so much. All the governors of 3 districts, and of course, all the delegates present here in this conference of TriCon. It has been a great experience for me, and I'm truly privileged. I look forward to meet all of you in in Singapore for the convention, and then Calgary. I know that it is, if you go to the registration of Singapore Convention, United States has the 2nd highest registration. 2nd highest. First, you know which country? Japan. Then Singapore. United States. 3rd is Taiwan, and 4th is India. So, a full contingent of delegates were coming to Singapore from the United States. We look forward to meet each one of you there. We'll be staying there for a pretty long time because our board meeting will be there, so we'll be there. And finally, I'll pay my respect to our Secretary General, former Secretary General, Ed Futa. Thank you, sir. This is a unique experience for me. I didn't ever thought that I'll be meeting you in this TriCon. I'm telling you for sure, by having seen you. And I was just emotionally, I was charged yesterday. Thank you so much. You are the few people who has made this organization so great. Thank you. May God bless all of you.
Thank you, Roy, very much for all of your comments, your support and participation, and challenges as we move forward. Speaking of moving forward, what seems to happen at the end of one of these conferences every year is that we move from one set of leadership to another, and we're going to do that right now. It's a virtual passing of the gavel, if you will, But it's time to focus on what's next, and so to introduce our next year's district governors are once again this year's district governors, Julia, Michelle, and Don.
Hello, I'm Julia. I have the pleasure of calling Roger Utnehmer, who hails from Wausau, Wisconsin. He is the retired president and CEO of Nicolet Broadcasting, having started his career in Antigo. He served for 16 years on the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Board of Directors and was a longtime member of the Unique International Broadcasters Idea Bank. Roger was inducted into the Wisconsin Broadcasters Hall of Fame. As a young man, he joined a Norbertine community in a pueblo, joven, or shanty town, on the outskirts of Lima, Peru, but returned to Wisconsin after 2 years. He is a graduate of St. Norbert College. Here from the Rotary Club of Wausau, after hours in District 6220, is Roger Utnehmer. Please help me welcome 2024-2025 Governor for District 6220, Roger Utnehmer.
Good afternoon. I now call Todd Restel to the stage. Todd Restel is a member of the Rotary Club of La Crosse, a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and the University of Georgia. He started his career as an accountant with Arthur Andersen. Todd then joined First Supply, a single-source distributor providing building contractors and industrial customers with plumbing supply parts, HVAC, well and septic, waterworks, PVF, and industrial tools and fittings. He is a martial arts black belt, watch out, an avid soccer fan with tickets to MNUFC MLS games in St. Paul, and frequently asks why. He is also a proud grandpa. Exciting. Please, and married to the most amazing woman, Eva Marie, so I just had to do that, Todd. So please help me welcome the 2024-25 Governor of District 6250, Todd Restel.
Pete Bosch is a member of the Rotary Club of Waukesha. He's a retired software engineer, having served with GE Medical Services, Microsoft, Codestra, and Amazon Robotics. He was the founder and principal engineer for Highland Point Software Systems, a decision support technology firm. Pete is a graduate of the State University of New York at Buffalo and served in the U.S. Navy. Pete published over 200 of his photos from a January 2018 trip, friendship trip, and the book is titled India and Dubai. Please help me in welcoming the 24-25 District Governor, Pete Bosch.
Well, I was really hoping to go last because my remarks would have been 5 words I know that you very much would have loved to hear. What I would have said is what Todd and Pete said. Now, in spite of the poor and questionable selection that District 6220 has made by allowing me to be in front of you this afternoon, I am certain of one thing. The best days of Rotary are ahead of us. By collaborating and being open to change, we can make the greatest service organization in the world even better tomorrow than it is today. Our next year's TriCon, I hope to come back to and say 2 things. Number one, that the best of Rotary will be back and better, that our services have expanded, polio is close to being eradicated, our youth exchange program is thriving, the foundation is growing, and membership is up. I'm also hoping to be able to tell you that we have recognized the greatest impediment to Rotary growth and are working to resolve it. That challenge is finding life-Rotary balance. We need to model how to balance our roles in Rotary with family, career, business, and everything else that competes for time in a very busy world. Membership needs to be easier for people with young families, those starting a career and not just ending one, and especially for people who are underrepresented in Rotary. Making membership affordable, flexible, family-friendly, fun, and welcoming will do that. Please be open to satellite clubs, after-hours Rotary, meals options, affordable dues, and investing in social media and online training so that those who cannot attend events outside their own club can receive the Rotary message at their convenience and not ours. So today I ask that we stand together, keeping the bright light of Rotary service shining on what we provide throughout the world. Eradicating polio and disease, supporting women and children, advancing economic development, protecting our environment, providing clean water and sanitation, fostering peace and resolving conflict, and promoting education. Let us stand together, welcoming those who are underrepresented in Rotary, our American Indian neighbors, all people of color, young and old, people of all backgrounds, orientation, identification, economic status, and abilities. We need to welcome those to Rotary who will enrich us and make us better. May we also welcome the changes needed to make radio, you know where I spent my career, Rotary possible for more people, and leadership more attractive for those who have already joined. And finally, a word of thanks to my fellow governors-elect, Peter Bosch and Todd Restel. Because of them and other district leaders who precede us, I can say with confidence that when we are with Rotarians, we are in the midst of goodness. So thank you for saying yes to Rotary, and more importantly, thank you for being part of making certain that the best days of Rotary are ahead of us. Thank you.
So we're all at a district event, and if you aren't overly familiar with the way Rotary works, there's the next level up is a zone event. A couple years ago, quick story, I showed up to this zone event, and I'm not dressed quite as nice as this, only to realize that it was a full dress. Everybody, all my counterparts had suits and ties on. And that when we ask you, hey, if you're, if you got the ability to come and do some volunteer work, this is a very loving organization. I can't go to any Rotary event now where these guys and a whole lot of others are like, Todd, you need to wear a coat, you need to wear a tie. And then when I show up appropriately dressed, I get positive reinforcement. Todd, you did good, you followed instructions. So this is a very loving organization, and we're always looking for people who want to come and volunteer. So when I started out, as a district governor, you go through and you get time to work with your district training team and your presidents-elect. And here's how I started all of that out. So the clubs exist to serve members, and we as the district team are here to serve you as clubs and as club members. So we're here to help. So hopefully that is the attitude that all the people at the district level, at least in 6250, and I know with these guys too, bring to the table when they want to come meet with you. So please keep that in the back of your mind. And I'm not going to go over my district governor talk, but I do want to talk about just two guiding light principles that when I'm visiting with you and as we're trying to make progress as a district, here's what it's going to be. And this first one, I can thank a Rotarian, Karen, for this. She's like, why don't people talk about the Rotary International's mission statement? It rarely gets read. After she kind of criticized me for not talking about that, I'm like, wow, this is really good. So I'm going to read it because it's not heard very often. But We provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. So that's really what we're trying to accomplish, and the way we're going to do that is the action plan. And I think Don Griffin did a really good job when he was introducing that award to Greg Pod. He went through the 4 Rotary action steps and kind of gave specific examples of what Greg did and why he was winning that award. But the action plan is really pretty simple. 1, increase our impact. 2, expand our reach. 3, enhance participant engagement, and 4, increase our ability to adapt. And so that's kind of going to be the guiding founding light of what we're talking about during this upcoming DG year, and all of that starts with people. You know, in the business world, we talk about it in human capital, in Rotary, we talk about it being membership, but ultimately building that bench of people who can step up and help, you know, building that succession planning. And the other thing I plan on talking about a lot is peace. You know, obviously, there's dozens and dozens of wars going on right now, so I think that's one of the great things that Rotary is able to accomplish, and that's really accomplished one person at a time. So with that said, I still have 7 seconds left, so thank you.
All right, so Karen, you may like this one because, well, you'll see. One of the things that the 3 of us have had a lot of discussions about are some of the challenges that we're facing this coming year, in particular in about 7 months. So I want to start with the Rotary vision statement. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. We have the 4-way test, we have our motto, we have the 7 areas of focus, and we have the object of Rotary. The Rotary mission statement. We provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. So service, integrity, world understanding, goodwill, and peace, and fellowship. This is the good stuff. This is what makes the heart of a Rotarian. This is what matters to us. Rotary is and should be non-denominational, apolitical, and unwaveringly inclusive. If a person has the heart of a Rotarian, they should feel comfortably welcome in Rotary. They should feel unabated fellowship and camaraderie among Rotarians, and they should be able to unite wholeheartedly in pursuing what matters to us all as Rotarians. In this world where so many forces from so many directions do and will continue to seek to divide us along so many axes, I hope we will all work to encourage ourselves and Rotarians around us in our Rotary lives to focus on the heart of the Rotarian, because that is all that matters to our organization, to our work, and to our impact on the world as Rotarians. Let's revel in our unity. Thank you.
Congratulations, first of all, to our outgoing governors for jobs well done, and to our governors-elect for each of you for your service to your districts and to Rotary, and our best wishes for the year ahead. Also, I want to look ahead briefly. Presentation from our Rotary International President-elect, Stephanie Yurchik.
With that, I've teased you long enough. Who's ready to hear the 24-25 annual theme? All right, I will tell you our theme after one quick story. Years ago, I was in the Dominican Republic helping to install water filters. 2 young boys watched as dirty water entered the filter in one end and emerged clean out the other end. I will never forget the first time we stopped the water flow. One of the boys grabbed my sleeve and said, "Lady, show me that magic again." Obviously, the water filter wasn't magic. We worked hard to transport those filters, install them, and work with the recipients in the area to maintain them. But those boys knew that easy access to clean water would change their lives. Knowing that I played a small part in that certainly changed my life. And that's why our annual theme is the magic of Rotary.
So there we go for next year. Stephanie, thank you very much. Through the magic of recorded television, I will pass my appreciation on to you, and we'll wait until we get a response. So, also looking ahead, consider the fact that the invitation is already made to join us in Brookfield for TriCon 2025, and here to welcome us with another brief message, Brookfield's Mayor, Steve Ponto.
Hello, my name is Steve Ponto, and I'm the mayor of the city of Brookfield. I'm very pleased that our new Brookfield Conference Center has been chosen as the site of next year's Tri-District Rotary Convention, or better known as TriCon 2025. As a Rotarian myself, I'm particularly looking forward to welcoming fellow Rotarians from around Wisconsin to Brookfield on April 25th and 26th of next year. You will find our Brookfield Conference Center to be a state-of-the-art facility that offers a comfortable and engaging environment for all attendees. I understand that 30 breakout sessions are planned covering a wide range of topics. There will be at least 4 plenary speakers who will share insights on important issues, including the global impact of Rotary projects. There will be opportunities for networking and camaraderie among Rotarians, and I am sure the food prepared in the center's technologically advanced kitchen will be a treat for all attendees. I look forward to welcoming you to our city and to our conference center. I'm sure you will have many fond and lasting memories of your time with fellow Rotarians at TriCon 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Steve. And with time for the final announcements and a couple of thank yous before we go. Don't forget the workshop, the QPR workshop, 4:15 to 5:30. Open to anybody, don't need to pre-register. Sarah Danahy will be the presenter and we'll look for you there. The Lambeau Field tours are coming up in just a couple of hours, so those are available. If you signed up for the dine around, you can still do that until 5:30, the desk being moved over to where the workshop is. Also, thanks for participating in the silent auction. That $4,400 money raising is just outstanding. And those are the winners, so take another quick look. And if you're having difficulty, they are alphabetical to make them easier. So just take a quick look at that, and we appreciate all the contributions. I don't know if any of those are double winners, but thank you very much. A couple of housekeeping items. One, within a few days, you'll get a post-conference evaluation survey. The intent is hopefully you will fill those out and get them back in. Let the crew know how we did so we can improve on next year, although I will tell you, from my experience, this is not a small conference to put together. This is a complex conference to put together, and there has been a lot of skill and love attached to getting this done. So I would like briefly before we go, to thank three people for the opportunity. Julia Wallace, who's our district governor and past club president of the Green Bay Club, for asking me to do this. Wasn't quite sure what I was getting into, but I appreciate that. To Jason Barron, who's the mastermind behind the whole thing, and to Jeff Reed, who is the wizard behind the curtain. I don't know if there's anybody there anybody want to pull the curtain? I think we'll probably knock over everything else. So Jeff, just step up for just a moment for one final time. He said I wasn't getting enough airtime. I said, okay, I'll take care of you.
And I want to say thank you to Tom for his flexibility and his fantastic job of making you feel welcome and engaged. So, Tom, excellent job. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. If I had written that, it'd been just the way I would have written it. Thank you, Jeff, very much. I think that's about it. I want to check through my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think so. Oh, yes, I did. See, I did. It pays to go through. Okay, all of us have been strangled by these little items. They need to be returned. Return your lanyards and the plastic holders. There are baskets outside. Okay? Has your name on them, so the whoever's keeping track of all this, I don't know if it's Dean or whoever, but they'll have your name. And if you don't return it, there may be consequences. Like for another Rotary Foundation donation, we'll take you off the list for next year. So please remember to try to do that. That will help with getting ready for next year. So Brookfield, TriCon 2025. The final TriCon 2024 plenary session is now over. Have a great weekend.